Hello and welcome to a new battle report, and today it is Operation Unthinkable, BoltACtion version 3, USA versus the Soviet Union. And this was one of the first games of my friend who started with the Soviet army. As you can see, unpainted tank. And this is Operation Unthinkable. It is late war, and what's happening is that the Germans are defeated, as you can see here. We have to hold or retrieve the information from this Panzer IV, and the United States and Britain have united all of their forces to throw that against the forces of the Soviet Union. And in this battle, yeah, it's not a friendly conflict anymore. And the information that's in this tank will reveal some further information about some strange experiments about Schreckwolven and stuff like that. I know the Conflict 47 lore is a bit different, but for our local playgroup, we use the fluff that here is where our perspective shifts to maybe a Conflict 47. So Alex this day went full on Russians, and let's get to the battle report. Operation Unthinkable. A quick historical background. I think Winston Churchill was thinking, and maybe also the Russian side was thinking about continuing the war after World War II, and defeating the Red Army right then and there and fighting on. But I don't know if those were just ideas or if there were practical plans to just fight the war on, but everybody was tired of fighting, and so they kind of went into a Cold War. So the setup today. Let me show you the map. I don't know why this picture is now at the end, but this is the map, and it's pretty much a death trap. It's buildings everywhere. We kind of arranged it as somewhere in the Ural, and that here a Panzer IV with some very, very um, sensitive information would be stopped here. And the Russians and the Americans and British were very interested in what's inside of that Panzer IV. Yeah, so let's start the game. This will be a pretty hefty battle. So I was building up my Americans. As you can see, I'm not yet at full strength with my Americans. So I did bring some Brits to fill out my squads. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 order dice, roughly 17 order dice. Um, yeah, a bunch of infantry, full man squads with LMGs or BARs. I think I brought BARs, or I think I brought LMGs. That's the discussion right now. What is good? I think if you have your American troops sitting on your home objectives, bring an LMG, spend the extra 3 points, get the extra 6 inches of reach. If you know there will be marching up, I would still bring the LMG, but you can also opt for 2 BARs. I then brought 2 more mortars, I think medium mortars with a spotter, a rifle platoon commander, an air observer for 2 airstrikes. I brought a jeep because I needed to fill up that armored platoon, and I brought a Sherman Easy 8 just because I have one, not because it's super competitive. I brought a medium AT gun, and I brought 2 medium machine guns and 1 bazooka team. And these are the squads, pretty large squads, because I was facing the Russians, and so my gut instinct told me bring a lot of dudes, and that was a good instinct. And as you can see here, yeah, mixed units, Allied, British, and American Special Forces on their way to get to the mid objective and to reclaim. What did the enemy bring? So the Soviet Union brought 12-man squads, inexperienced guys. I think these are greens, and the green rule is now different. It used to be on a 5 or a 6. They upgrade, and that was like really, really cool. The green rule was good. I missed that. I didn't use it that much, but I think that the green rule now only upgrading on a 6 is not as cool as it used to be. But I think it was strong, but it added tons of flavor. He brings a bunch of these squads. I don't know what they're called, People's Militia or something like that. And as you can see, the Russians are bringing the inexperienced horde, and they are also bringing dog mines, and they are bringing this is the artillery observer. When it's time to go for how big the diameter of the artillery strike is, the Russians can roll 2 dice and choose the largest one, and that will come handy in this game. I think he brings a T-45 85, and he brings a commissar and a Major with Snap 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, um, yeah, 9 plus 8, 17, 18 order dice, yeah. And of course, howitzer, mortars, anti-tank rifles. Yeah, Alex is pumped to play. Here are the dog mines. Be aware the dog mines can hit. They hit automatically in 18 inches range, but you have to roll. On a 1, they will kill your own tank. On a 2 and 3, they will just get lost and try to steal some sausages. And on a 4, 5, and 6, they will go under the enemy tank and explode it. But I think they can only do it if that tank was standing still. So a little nerf to the dog mines, and a very welcomed one. As you can see, a bunch of Russian dudes, beautiful army. Some partisans have joined in to defend the motherland. And Alex borrowed my Puma because he didn't have, I don't know, what is this? A BA something. It is an armored car with a heavy machine gun on top, and he upgraded it so that it is close topped. And that's pretty much it. Let's get to the game. Again, he brought a beautiful tank and a beautiful flag, and so this is the mission. In this Panzer IV that is burning, there are very important informations about all kinds of strange technologies. And so in this match, the Allied forces are no longer friends. These are our starting units, and now we start to deploy in a second, I guess. As you can see, the board destroyed cities somewhere on the Eastern Front. And let's start. Where is it? Yeah, beautiful. Just mass infantry. This will be pretty amazing. So you can see my beautiful troops, and let's get to the match in a second. Yeah, beautiful. So I don't know if the game has already started. Let's say it's turn 1, but I think everybody is just running his troops onto the table. And as you can see, dog mines and even more stuff. I think he brought some inexperienced dudes and gave them LMGs. So if they move, they will just hit on a 6, but it's not too bad. And if they stand still, they will hit on a 5. Um, yeah, I don't think that this is a bazooka team. I think this is an anti-tank rifle. And yeah, yeah, I think the game starts now. I position my air observer very, very, very far at my table edge, but he can see pretty much everything on the board. He puts his artillery observer in this building, and yeah, what's next? Then his sniper is taking a shot at my sniper. I take a pin, but my dudes survive, and I fire back. Classical sniper duel at the beginning of the game. I advance in with my jeep. Those guys are not very keen on living because yeah, they might shoot my own plane, but I come in and I just bait the enemy with my MMG truck, 3 shots. And this is pretty much how it looks after round 1. Everybody brought his troops on the table. As you can see here, here is my sniper facing his sniper somewhere here. He took the cover in the ruins, and he's not afraid to just walk up and run as fast as possible towards the Panzer IV. Whoever has the most units at the end of the game, at the end of turn 6 or 7 in this area, wins the game. And so he's throwing everything he has towards the table edge. I myself am also not shy. I'm running up my troops, running up my medium machine gun, my Fury Sherman, and as you can see here, my AT gun and my Sherman are facing down his tank, and behind this statue there is my mortar and a couple of officers, and yeah, now we start. I put my, I think I give my air observer a fire order, and I put it on this unit here. It's the first time I'm using the air observer, and I'm putting a few pins on these inexperienced troops. And yeah, everything's running, everything's hiding. As you can see, he puts his heavy mortar team behind a line of sight blocking terrain, and he covers this flank with this armored car. And he's just running up the board, flooding the board. But the Americans and the British are not afraid of the red tide because they are bringing a bunch of dudes themselves, and yeah, they just turn 1. Not much happens. Everything is running up. I think I brought LMGs and BARs. I'm putting a lot of shots out of these guys. And these guys, the British SAS guys, which are just common American infantry, get marked, or this spot gets marked by the Russian artillery, and we will see what will happen. So they're hiding in this place, and yeah, everything else turn 1. Not much happens. I think I shoot. I don't hit anything. Everything gets carried in, and so again, not much. My Fury here direct faces, definitely, and then it's turn 2, upside down. So what happens? He rolls a 5, and the artillery barrage comes in. And although I don't have any dice photographed, I know that he takes 2d6 and he rolls a 2 and a 6. And so he picks the 6, and he has a 12-inch radius from this point, and he pins down all of these units. I don't know how these guys manage to have 5 pins, but these guys get 2 pins, 3 pins, another 3 pins, and it's just devastating, devastating. My air observer, I don't know if he's coming in, but I think he's not coming in. Oh, no, oh yes, yes, he's coming in. I think I roll a 1, which means that the enemy, the Russian, can now choose where to put the marker. So he puts the marker on an officer, I think this guy, or somewhere here, on an officer, and 18-inch away I put down my plane, and I'm starting to pin all of his troops, as you can see here, pinning up as much as I can. And his officer takes the shot from the plane, from the rookie plane. It's not much, but I think the officer gets wiped out. As you can see, a lot of pins. And so the airstrike, the tank also gets some pins. The airstrike is now good, and the artillery strike is now very good, because on a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 6, it comes no matter what. Sure, on a 1 it gets a bit worse, but it's still good enough. As you can see, I did put my smoke on this guy's, and then he put it on an officer here, but still everything got pinned. So everybody to a good start. I did 8 an artillery strike, and he 8 my airstrike. And I think I'm shooting with my Fury Sherman. Boom! And I fire, and I think I'm hitting nothing. I don't know why, but I'm not hitting the tank. So my medium AT gun gives a fire order, and I think I immobilize it. Not a good start, and he goes down, but I think he's immobilized and he cannot set bats. So the Russians want to retaliate. The Russian sniper takes a shot again at my sniper. I think he fails. My sniper shoots at his sniper, and I don't know what happens, but my mortar starts to shoot. The Brits start shooting at the tank, and I think I hit it, and I'm dialed in on a 2. But the Russians don't take this, and they start to advance towards the mid fearlessly. Even if they fail order checks, they can reroll them. No, wait, they can. The commissar can shoot one guy, and then you can reroll them. And I think that's what they do. And if they lose half their squad and they're about to flee, if you fail that one, you can reroll that too. And I thought the first time I read those rules that the Soviet Union rules are like pretty crappy, utter trash, but they are not. They will win a lot of ground in this game. So the Russian, as you can see, starts to advance inch by inch, and is already half the way towards the Panzer IV, very fearlessly pushing forward. I'm not taking that. I'm advancing also with these troops and putting pins on these guys, shooting here and there. This MMG can't do really much, so I think I have to redeploy it, but my bazooka team is trying to take aim at the enemy. What is it? An armored car. But bazooka teams, and tell me if they're like really good, but because I think like for 60 points they will mostly hit on 5s and then get shot. I don't know if they're so good, but who knows? Maybe I need to play it more. And they can't see that armored vehicle, because this one, yeah, on this place, on this side of the board, it's pretty calm right now. But this transport will take a lot of shots on this squad and does just pin it up. So it's round 3 again on the head. And my Fury Sherman takes the first dice out of the bag, hits on a 3, shoots, and connects with a tank and destroys the tank. And so Alex pretty salty that he lost his tank, but yeah, but what can he do? I take a fire order as long as I can fire on a 4 up. I don't need to move, I just can fire, and I think I hit it, but I can't penetrate. I can't connect. So this guy has a pin now, and the whole midboard is marching up. Commissars are shooting their own men. Somewhere here, I think, somewhere here must be this guy, I think a major or a major with snap 4, and he's just picking up his troops and throwing them towards the Panzer 4. Doesn't care about his men. He knows he wants the information from right here. And I'm starting to realize that a major and snap 4 is really, really powerful. And I wish that my sniper could take him out. As you can see, I'm lagging behind and he's just moving everything on this objective. And I think, okay, I must move now. My Jeep has 3 pins, but survived, tanked a lot of tanked a lot of shots. I don't know how he survived. Like really, really heroic and just putting out shots and not really hitting. This, I think, what is it, like a BA-27 or something, advances, shoots with 3 heavy MG shots, and I think takes out one of my bazooka teams, and the unthinkable happens, and the Russians got to the midboard. As you can see, everything advances. I don't know if this is his, I think his major is here, and he's snapping for everything he can. Somewhere here, I think it's his medic, and yeah, he's throwing everything he can. I put, I think, another airstrike right here. The guys that I had in here were dialed in by the heavy mortar right there and got hammered each round with explosives. I had to go down. I cleared those pins, but I was also shot at from these troops, and they also had to go down because like this transport was hammering them with MMG shots, and I had an MMG here, but unluckily on that day, I didn't hit anything. As you can see, Jeep got 4 pins. This one's dialed in. And on this flank, I have a 10-man troop pushing forward. And I think the following happens. He shoots at them. I take a pin. Next time I try to activate them, they foobar and they run away. 9 men just run away to the closest table edge and they are gone. So now it's turn 4 and it's the tide is about to shift. What's happening so far? I think I'm pushing up with these guys. What's happening here? I don't know. Oh, what is this? I don't. This is where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I lost 2 guys. They have 1 pin, and I lost 2 guys, and then they run away. They just run off the board on that foobar. Another squad that wants to push up the board or pressure the enemy on 2 pins just goes down. I have no officer nearby. It's really important in version 3 to have officers nearby. My Sherman has a few pins, goes down, and I don't know if he leaves the table or if he just reaches the table edge. Like very, very unlucky, but I go down. And in the midboard, these guys, 5 guys with BARs advance up and are facing now 12 men, inexperienced. And as you can see, this is a very, very hard game. But the commissar and officers are just inspiring their own troops. Yeah, that's what it is. We're facing off here, but the Russians have already reached and overstepped the midline, and I think I might be too late with my Americans. And this is what the midboard looks from above, flooded with Russian troops. And it's turn 5, and we haven't lost much, but we have taken a lot of casualties. As you can see here, my squads really decimated. I'm walking up with officers, running with officers. Um, my medium AT is trying to shoot at something, but I don't know. I think I don't hit anything. My Sherman gets his composure together and makes a run order towards the mid objective, but I realized then that vehicles cannot anymore contest objectives. I think, can they not? They used to. They used to be able to contest objectives. I don't know if they can anymore. But yeah, he's there, and from here, from with his AT guns, he's now starting. Like this is AT gun number 1. This is AT gun number 2. He's starting to shoot at my tank and pinning it up, just in case I want to use it. My Jeep advances because I think in this game I can hold it with just vehicles, and he has like 4 units in the midboard. I would have now 2 units in the midboard, but it just advances with his guys, or with his officer, my open-topped car, and just wrecks it. What else? As you can see here, I pushed up with my vehicles. I'm trying to get there with my man, but I don't have much to contest it anymore. Like, he's done the right thing. He's just walked up and he's putting his bodies on the objectives and going down. Right here on this flank, I got a few dudes. Here I got my air observer just running towards the midboard. I gave my mortar a run order, and my observer is just running towards the mid objective. But I don't know if he can hold it. So yeah, but this is the situation right now. And then it's turn 6, probably the last turn, and I advance, I run, I charge into melee combat, and it's, I think, regular or unexperienced officers with a body, and mine have SMGs, and he has well, I don't know. I think he has a tough fighter. I have 2 tough fighters, and he's in a reinforced position, so he fights first. He manages to kill one, but I think my guy can kill one of his guys, and then it continues, and my guy wins this fight. So pretty strange, but I win that fight. I take 1 dice out of the bag, but in the midboard, there's nothing much I can do against the Russians. They're just taking the midboard, flooding it, and I'm charging his officers. He's charging my man. So a couple of bayonet charges in the middle, as you can see. I reach here um, with my mortar spotter. I'm sure he can't hold the objective, but it's still fun. And this is my air observer. And now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 units against 1, 2, 3, 4 units of his. So it would be a draw if we play it like this way. This guy is shooting point blank, but I think they charged some officers and took them out. And yeah, chaos in the middle of the board. But then he charges them from right here and from right here, and he snags my air observer, and he snags my spotter, and he claims the mid objective finally, and there's not much I can do. I think he has more troops inside of that, and as you can see, the Russians have now completely flooded the board, and they take the victory. So, yeah, they got now the plans for strange experiments and strange rift technology, and we see us in the next battle report, and have fun.